Hi, and welcome to Gossip Spill. Get ready, because today we're diving headfirst into what could be the most explosive Kardashian feud to date. The tension between Kim and Kourtney has hit a breaking point, and we're breaking down every jaw-dropping detail, including some shocking twists that just surfaced. But before we unravel this chaos, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. You won't want to miss a second of this ever-escalating family drama. Let's get into it. Now, this isn't just another harmless sisterly spat. No, this is the culmination of years of simmering tension erupting in the most public and messy way imaginable. During a recent fiery phone call that left fans reeling, Kourtney unleashed years of bottled-up frustration on Kim, and let's just say she wasn't holding back. Let's start with the wedding saga, the moment everything began to crumble. Kourtney's dream wedding to Travis Barker in Italy was meant to be a fairy tale moment. The venue was breathtaking, the vibe was pure romance, and everyone was there to celebrate. Except, it seems, Kim. According to insiders and footage from the Kardashians, Kim turned the spotlight on herself.
I got married in Italy. Am I saying you copied me by getting married in Italy? Who performed at my wedding? Andrea Bocelli. Who performed at Kourtney's wedding? Andrea Bocelli. You stole my wedding country and my wedding performer. Andrea Bocelli is my favorite male singer of all time, but I'm copying her Dolce Vita lifestyle.
Making waves that no one expected. Throughout the festivities, Kim couldn't stop comparing everything to her own wedding with Kanye West. From interrupting conversations with comments like, "Oh, this reminds me of my aisle walk," to casually chiming in with, "At my wedding, we did it this way," Kim's timing couldn't have been worse. Seriously, Kim read the room. Here's where things take a jaw-dropping turn. During one of the most heartfelt moments of the wedding, when Travis's son Landon was delivering an emotional speech about how much Kourtney meant to him, Kim did the unthinkable. She interrupted. "Let me set the scene." Landon poured his heart out, saying, "In these past few months, I've really gotten to know you so well and have so much love for you. You look out for me like a mother and always have had my back." This was a deeply touching moment, and Kim couldn't even let him finish. The audacity. Now, let's get into the Dolce & Gabbana drama, where things get even messier. 4 months after Kourtney's wedding, Kim announced her collaboration with D&G. At first glance, you might think, why is this a big deal? But here's the catch. Kourtney's entire wedding was a labor of love styled by Dolce & Gabbana. She spent months crafting a 90s Italian glamour theme, pulling specific references, designing unique looks, and curating a vibe that was entirely her own. And then, just a few months later, Kim launched her collection with an eerily similar aesthetic. During a heated phone call, Kourtney summed it up perfectly. It's not about business. It's the deeper issue that you're willing to step on anyone in your way of success. It's never enough for you, Kim. You can't just be happy for someone else or say no to something because it might hurt your sister. But Kim's response? It made things even worse. Instead of addressing her sister's feelings, she flipped the script and gaslit Kourtney.
New accusations and friction between Kourtney and Kim Kardashian. It's time for the two to hash things out face-to-face in the July 6th episode of the family's reality show. In case you missed it, this season there has been ongoing tension between Kourtney and Kim over the 42-year-old's collaboration with Dolce & Gabbana.
Making it all about the clothes. When Kourtney tried to explain that it wasn't about the designs but the principle, Kim doubled down with comments like, "I don't even like your style," and "Everyone does 90s, it's not a new concept." The deflection was next level. Let's break this down because Kim's behavior is a textbook example of manipulative tactics. When someone constantly deflects, downplays your emotions, and makes you question your own reality, that's gaslighting at its finest. And Kim? She didn't stop there. In one of the most jaw-dropping moments of this entire feud, Kim claimed there's a secret group chat called Not Kourtney, where Kourtney's own friends supposedly talk about her behind her back. Yes, you heard that right. Kim said, "We're all on a group chat that's actually labeled Not Kourtney, so we know and have to funnel what your friends are saying to us and figure out why you're such a different person." But it gets even worse. Kim dragged Kourtney's kids into the fight, claiming they confide in her because they can't talk to their mom. Let that sink in. Kim used her pregnant sister's children as ammunition in a family argument. The cruelty is staggering. Kourtney's response was raw and heartbreaking. Through tears, she said, "You're adding it into a fight to have a side, like it's you and my friends and my kids and everyone against me. You're just a witch and I hate you." You could feel the pain in her words. And honestly, who wouldn't be devastated? But here's where things take a wild turn. Just 2 days ago, Kourtney dropped a bombshell, exposing Kim's lies.
I was laying in bed like, should I wash my face? I'm so tired. I'm in my robe. I need to get up. I need to wash my face. And then 10 minutes later, I was like dozing. And then I heard pounding up the stairs. And I thought it was you and Stephanie drunk. I'm calling to them like, hello, 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 and there's no answer.
She posted screenshots from her friends flat out denying the existence of this so-called group chat. One wrote, "These trolls keep DMing me accusing me of being on the chat. If only they knew our anxiety about meaningless, endless chit-chat." Another called Kim out, saying there wasn't a single real friend in the chat. Kim's narrative shattered. Now let's step back and examine the bigger picture, because Kim's behavior follows a pattern, and it's nothing new. Remember when Kourtney was trying to move on from her relationship with Scott Disick? Instead of supporting her, Kim actually orchestrated a family intervention to pressure Kourtney into having another baby with Scott. She even sent out a group email rallying everyone to convince Kourtney to stay in a relationship she clearly wasn't happy in. And then there's the Pete Davidson saga. When Kourtney and Travis first got together, their passionate romance dominated the headlines. But suddenly, Kim starts dating Pete Davidson, and fans couldn't help but notice the timing felt a little calculated. Unlike Kourtney and Travis's genuine connection, Kim's relationship with Pete came across as a publicity stunt, which might explain why it ended so abruptly. This all ties into a theory that's been gaining traction among fans. Could jealousy be at the root of all this drama? Think about it. Kourtney is in a loving marriage with Travis. They're expecting a baby, and she seems genuinely happy. Meanwhile, Kim's relationship with Pete is over. Her marriage to Kanye is history, and her influence in pop culture doesn't seem as untouchable as it once was. One fan nailed it, saying, "Kim shows her true colors because she's no longer with Kanye. She's no longer a relevant celebrity, and she can't stand seeing Kourtney happy and thriving."
Kourtney thinks her sister copied wedding looks from her 2022 Italian nuptials to Travis Barker for a runway show, a claim which Kim denies. But in a confessional, turns out the Skims founder has some resentment she's holding on to as well.
Another pointed out, notice how Kim tries to sabotage every big, happy moment in Kourtney's life? That's not sisterly behavior, it's pure jealousy. According to insiders, Kourtney is now taking steps to protect her peace. She's reportedly keeping her distance from Kim and focusing entirely on her pregnancy and family life with Travis. The source explained that Kourtney believes Kim's presence adds unnecessary stress, and given her pregnancy, her mental and physical health must come first. This situation raises some tough questions about family dynamics under the spotlight. When does healthy competition turn toxic? How do you set boundaries with family members who seem determined to overshadow you? And perhaps the hardest question of all, when do you step away entirely for the sake of your own well-being, even if it means distancing yourself from those closest to you? Over time, the evolution of Kim and Kourtney's relationship paints a clear picture of how fame, success, and rivalry can erode even the closest bonds.
Am I saying you copied me by getting married in Italy? Who performed at my wedding? Andrea Bocelli. Who performed at Kourtney's wedding? Andrea Bocelli. You stole my wedding country and my wedding performer. Andrea Bocelli is my favorite male singer of all time, but I'm copying her Dolce Vita lifestyle.
In the early days of keeping up with the Kardashians, they shared a genuine connection. Now they can hardly hold a civil conversation. It's a sobering reminder that jealousy and competition, when left unchecked, can break even the strongest family ties. Kim's handling of the Dolce & Gabbana situation is a prime example. Instead of valuing Kourtney's feelings or seeking a middle ground, she prioritized a business deal at the cost of her relationship with her sister. This isn't just about clothes. It highlights a deeper problem in their dynamic, the constant prioritization of success and publicity over family loyalty. Even more alarming is how this public feud might impact the next generation, with Kim dragging Kourtney's kids into their arguments and the family splitting into factions. There's a real danger of creating lasting damage. These conflicts could shape how the kids see their aunts, cousins, and even their parents. The ripple effects, they could last a lifetime. The fan response has been overwhelmingly in Kourtney's corner. Many are applauding her for standing up to Kim and setting firm boundaries. Social media is flooded with comments like, "Kourtney is finally showing her worth and not letting Kim walk all over her anymore," and "It's about time someone called Kim out on her narcissistic behavior." The support for Kourtney is loud and clear. Meanwhile, industry insiders are buzzing about how this feud could shake up the Kardashians' business empire and their reality show. Will Kourtney take a step back from the Kardashians?
Do you remember, this is gonna make me cry, but do you remember when you were robbed in Paris? And you were tied up and thrown into a bathtub, and the trauma of that. And I remember you said, thank God it happened to me.
Yeah.
Because if it happened to anybody else, they wouldn't have been able to survive.
Totally.
And it wouldn't have happened the same way. But you know, kind of handle every situation
when it was done, I was
like that.
just like,
yeah.
thank God this was me and not one of my sisters, because it would like them up for life.
For life.
Could this strain impact their joint ventures? And the biggest question, can their relationship ever recover from this very public fallout? One thing is certain, the Kardashian family dynamics will never be the same. Kourtney seems committed to protecting her peace and holding her ground, while Kim's actions suggest she's struggling to adjust to no longer being the family's centerpiece. What's your take on all this drama? Was Kim out of line for bringing Kourtney's kids into the argument? Is this really about jealousy, or is there something deeper at play? And most importantly, can their relationship survive this level of tension? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video if you're here for more deep dives into celebrity drama. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates on this ever-evolving saga. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more deep dives into the most controversial moments and shocking truths, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. We've got more eye-opening stories and jaw-dropping revelations coming your way. Until next time, this is Gossip Spill, and I'll see you in the next one.